Rama Om. Shri Rama Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama Om. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama Om. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama Om. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Hari Om to everybody.
Om Swamiji.
Pranam. Yesterday we have been trying to identify small articles. So far we have been doing it from the utility standpoint. We hardly think about how it came into being. So when Papa said, you should go to the origin of your and the world life, at that time we did not understand that. Now we are slowly understanding that since everything has come from him through certain processes, through intelligence, we as a spiritual aspirant, our present prompting is to link it with that. So again we will go through a few but on this perspective. So nut and bolt in any machinery or appliance, the role of nut and bolt may seem trivial in comparison with major parts. But if the nut and bolt got damaged or become loose, the whole thing will fall apart. It reminds us that each one's role is relevant and important. In fact, each and every being, creature or object in this world has got a specified role in the scheme of things. A simple, innocent nut and bolt, because it has come from the originator, it teaches these lessons. Share. In almost all our deliberations and meetings, we sit together as a rule, but we seldom recognize the role of the chair in our lives. While sitting, all are in comfortable state, with a relaxed and balanced mindset, without any hurry-burry. Similarly, in every situation, there are many people whom we may not be personally familiar with, working behind the scene to make our life and to work comfortable, orderly, undisturbed. Bridge. Bridge enables us to reach the other shore. Similarly, when we try to understand a situation from the perspective of others, we could see that our mind gets expanded enabling us to see things from all sides. Bridge reminds us the importance of expanding our knowledge, broadening our outlook, reaching out to others. Ladder. Ladder helps us to reach the higher level and also to get down to a lower level. Ladder reminds us of the innumerable people we come across in our lives who acts as guides, mentors or advisors, helping us reach higher positions in our lives as well as saving us from difficult situations. Footwear. Footwear shields our feet from rough terrain or harsh weather. It reminds us of the importance of protecting ourselves from falling into bad habits by developing self-discipline, healthy lifestyle, positive attitude towards life. Calendar. A calendar can teach us valuable life lessons about the importance of time management, planning ahead, prioritizing tasks, essentially reminding us to live purposefully and make the most of our time. Calendar helps us move forward towards our goals. It also helps us keep track of where we have been and what we have done in the past and to get to where we are now. It reminds that time is precious, planning is essential, prioritization is the key factor. Cup. A cup can teach life lessons about the importance of focusing on the content of your life rather than superficial appearances. It reminds the need to empty your cup, to learn and grow, and be mindful of how you choose to fill it with new experiences and perspectives. It is clear that the value of a cup is not determined by its fancy design, but by the beverage it holds. Similarly, your worth is not defined by external factors, but by your character and the values you hold on to. Steps. Steps can teach us few key lessons about life, such as taking action by breaking down into larger goals into smaller, manageable steps, focusing on making consistent progress, one step at a time, and learning from failures as stepping stones. Door. A door teaches the value of transition and choices. It marks the boundary between where you are and where you can go, symbolizing opportunity, protection, and change. A closed door is not rejection. Sometimes it's redirection. To enter new spaces, you must first have the courage to knock and at times to let go of what is behind. A door also reminds you to be mindful of what you allow in and what you keep out, just like the mind. It must open to truth and close to negativity. I knock the door, push the door. Initially, even if there are some hurdles, you must go ahead. There might be some delay.
Generally, we assume to push the door. Seldom only we require
some doors. Some doors may not open easily. There we do a little bit of pushing. Similarly, at times our efforts do not help us to move forward. But be persevering and try to proceed. Vistas will get open. Strainer. A strainer teaches the art of discernment. It lets you separate the essential from the unnecessary. Just as in life, you must filter out gossip, doubt, distraction, retaining only what nourishes growth. A strainer does not reject everything. It simply knows what serves its purpose. Likewise, your mind must refine thoughts, letting through only those aligned with clarity, peace and purpose. In this way, the strainer is a gentle reminder to see every experience through the filter of awareness. Ladle. A ladle serves by giving, yet never loses its own essence. A silent example of selfless action. It dips into abundance, shares without attachment, never claiming ownership of the content. Just as a ladle does not boast of the soup it serves, one must not take pride in deeds done for others. It's a tool of offering, giving what is needed, when needed, without ego. Let your actions be like the ladle, an instrument of service, dipped in love, offered with humility. Salt. Salt is invisible once dissolved, yet it transforms the entire dish, teaching the power of subtle influence. It reminds you that presence does not need to be loud to be impactful. Like humility, salt does not seek attention but brings balance. Too little and life feels bland. Too much, it overwhelms. The lesson, know your worth, contribute with grace, never underestimate the quiet power of presence done in the right measure. Clock. A clock teaches patience, rhythm, responsibility. It hands over rush, yet they move steadily, reminding you that every second counts. You cannot rewind it, nor can you speed it up. Time flows, whether you are aware or not. The ticking clock urges mindfulness to make each moment meaningful, to act when the time is right, and to remember that everything has its own timing. Be like the clock, consistent, aware, and always moving forward. Banana leaf. A banana leaf serves abundantly yet asks for nothing. It bears heat, holds variety, still retains its dignity, a symbol of simplicity and self-sacrifice. It does not judge what is placed upon it, be it a feast or a fast, and when its purpose is done, it returns to the earth without waste. Banana leaf teaches you to serve with grace, accept with equanimity, live in harmony with nature, knowing that nothing is truly yours and everything is borrowed. See-through covers. See-through covers reveal what is within while still offering protection. A lesson in living with honesty and clarity. They don't hide the contents, but neither do they expose them recklessly. This teaches that the art of transparent living, where your intentions are clear, your actions visible, yet your dignity remains intact. Just as the cover shields without deception, let your character be a window into your values, open enough for trust, firm enough for integrity. Mirror. A mirror reflects not just appearances, but also teaches deep truths about self-awareness. It reminds you that what you see outside is often a projection of what is within. Just as a mirror can't reflect light unless it is clean, your inner self must be clear of ego and judgment to reflect the truth and love. A cracked mirror distorts the image. Likewise, a mind clouded by negativity distorts reality. The mirror thus invites you to pause, look within, refine your inner world, to see clearly and respond wisely. Dictionary. A dictionary holds the power of words, yet it speaks nothing by itself. It waits for the seeker. It teaches that knowledge does not shout, Wow. It simply is. Ready for those who are curious and humble enough to look. Every word inside points to understanding, just as every experience in life carries a meaning if you are willing to search. The dictionary reminds you wisdom is quiet, patient, and always available to those who value depth over noise. Broomstick. Broomstick does not complain about the mess. It simply clears it. It teaches humility and the quiet dignity of service. Though it is often kept in the corner, it plays a key role in cleansing and restoring order. Be like the broomstick, removing negativity, sweeping away clutter, not just from spaces, but from thoughts and relationships. True refinement often begins with unseen hands doing silent work. Candle. A candle gives light by burning itself, a symbol of selfless love and inner strength. It does not fear the dark, instead it transforms it. The flame may flicker, but it keeps growing, teaching resilience, warmth, quiet presence. A candle does not compete with other candles, it simply shines. Let your life be like a candle, spreading light, offering comfort, inspiring others, even if it means letting a part of you melt in the process. Rubber band. The rubber band finds its strength in flexibility. Rubber band finds its strength in flexibility. It stretches when needed, adapts without breaking, teaching the value of resilience and elasticity in the face of life demands. But stretch it too far, it snaps, reminding you that balance is key. Be like the rubber band. Stretch your limits, expand your perspective, but always know when to rest, when to return your natural shape. It also unites things, holds together. Magnifying glass. A magnifying glass does not change what it sees, it focuses it. It teaches you to bring clarity and attention to the subtle, often overlooked details. When directed by sunlight, it can ignite fire, showing how concentrated focus can spark transformation. The magnifying glass urges you, don't rush past the small things. Look closely, reflect deeply. You will discover that the truth often hides in plain sight, waiting for your focused awareness. Amplifier. An amplifier does not create sound. It increases what is already there. It reminds you that your inner thoughts, emotions and intentions will be projected louder than you realize. If you feel it noise, it echoes noise. But if you offer peace, love or clarity, it amplifies that too. Be mindful of what you are plugged into, because what you carry inside will resonate far beyond you. The amplifier teaches you to refine your inputs to elevate your outputs. The amplifier teaches you to refine your inputs to elevate your outputs. So yesterday we stopped with that. Now we are reading about 22 in one go, Vande Mataram speed. So now, what does this exercise leave an impression in us? And also, one by one can quote what you have heard. Not everybody, then nobody will know what is. You raise your hand and then say yes. First of all, this exercise, how does it help in our spiritual journey? How does it help in our Bhagavad Gita in-depth study?
Everything teaches us something. Everything teaches us something.
Everything?
Teaches us something.
Everything teaches. Order and deep samadhi. So wake them.
I
Wake.
said that say something.
World is
World illnesses of the school.
Order and deep samadhi.
we make a different approach.
Huh?
We make a different approach from the conventional.
It is a different approach from the conventional method.
We need different approach, unique approach,
From the conventional.
and replace, not the replace, in the place of conventional one, so that it becomes more closer to our daily life. Otherwise, when we talk about slogas, talk about philosophies, it need not necessarily be linked to. It's all right to talk, but when something is unconventional approach will surely help us to move towards our daily life. Actually, all the Shastras, everything has come only to help us in our daily life, not for textual knowledge. Just like when we go to the school, different subjects are taken up. But after we come out of the school, we find, many of them don't have any relevance in our day-to-day life. But the process gives us some answer. That is why many children used to come and ask bluntly to us, why should I know all these things? What has it got to do with my life to be lived? That means the present type of education, the syllabus or curriculum, does not help us to do that. Government is slowly realizing now. We have learned it from our interaction with the students. Children come here by about 9:30, 10 o'clock from different schools. Daily one school. I think they have said once in 2 days. Every day is not possible. So they will come here in the morning in their own bus, school bus, government bus. And they will go to the gallery. From there they will walk through the greeneries and finally land at Ananda Kutir. And then the session starts. The facilitator will ask, what did you see? So whether the attentiveness is there. And then there are so many programs, sessions with them, all non-teaching, non-preaching, non-judgmental. And then we find children are coming out with brilliant perspectives. They have not been given this. There is a set mode there in the school. But these children are potential. From the way in which we get they will write and give us, not telling. The last session will be your feedback. Then the children write and then give to us. The facilitator will compile everything and send a copy to their schools also. At least so that my children are doing this, they may not know at all. So why we remember all these things? An unconventional approach is necessary now to broaden our knowledge. Okay, then coming back here, 22 examples we said. Anybody would like to say anything?
One more thing. Instead of improving the knowledge,
Lakshmi
we
Narayan, 1 minute.
are improving the wisdom.
Improving the wisdom.
1 minute, Lakshmi Narayan.
Huh?
When I see the mirror, it gives me, see the mirror. It gives me impress that whether
Then I see the
I am
mirror.
living Right, whether input or not.
He looks at himself and tries to think, reflect whether I have improved spiritually or not, whether I have grown or not.
Quality of life.
He evaluates himself.
Very good. Then, anybody else?
Swamiji,
Kalama.
actually it deepens our thought process, Swamiji.
It deepens our thought
It
process.
deepens our thought process. Good. Very good. Then, anything else?
He was saying something.
Help us elevate in our spiritual journey, Swamiji.
What?
It helps us elevate in our
It
spiritual
helps
journey.
benefit in spiritual journey.
Sure.
Next person who raised their hand.
Swamiji.
Sri Lakshmi. Tell.
Swamiji. Swamiji, we see divinity in everyone and everything.
We see divinity in everyone and everything.
Slowly. Even if I forget, the next object will remind me. Even if I forget, next object will remind me. And finally we will reach when Mataji was saying, this is Papa, this is Papa, this is Papa. Now only we know how to understand that.
Padma Ma wants to say something.
Huh?
See. What?
S-I-E-V-E.
Sieve. She's talking about the sieve. What about the sieve?
She will remove the stones from the rice.
She sieve. The sieve will shift.
Sieve.
Yeah, sieve. It will sift the necessary from the unnecessary. Sieve.
Then, any other? S-I-E-V. Correct. Then,
Not accumulating knowledge,
Sri Lakshmi wants to speak again.
revealing wisdom.
Swamiji, incense, Swamiji. Purification, incense.
Incense. Agarbatti.
Incense. Purification. And it gives spiritual growth.
It gives spiritual growth.
good.
Incense.
Yes.
Incense.
Yes. No, we are coming out with new things. Very good that we will do it again tomorrow. But whatever we have already done.
Bridge we did not take today, Swamiji. Yesterday we did bridge, no? Bridge didn't come today.
Bridge did not come.
No. It came. Oh, I was distracted, sorry.
Bridge did not come.
No, it came. We were talking.
It has come?
It will come, she said it came.
Bridge to the garden.
Bridge to gap came. Our attention got diverted.
All are becoming old. Then,
Increases our humility, Swamiji. Going through this increases our humility. We don't have many of these qualities.
അനന്തം അജ്ഞാതം അവർണ്ണനീയം ഈ ലോകഗോളം തിരിയുന്ന മാർഗം അതിങ്കലെങ്ങാണ്ട് ഒരിടത്തിരുന്ന് നോക്കുന്ന മർത്യൻ കഥ എന്ത് കണ്ടു. ശരി. Yes, come on. What else? Okay, now 22 you try to remember. That is a test. At least one we remember, na?
Cup, bridge, then
Bridge, ladder, Swamiji.
Ladder, one.
Bridge.
Bridge.
she said chair, cup,
Let everybody say. Let everybody say, please.
Nut
Do-
and bolt.
Huh?
Nut and bolt.
Nut and bolt, yes.
Auntie said cup.
Cup, yes. Huh?
Ladder.
Broomstick.
Ladder.
Salt.
Salt.
What did you say?
Steps.
Steps, very good.
Then Lakshmi Narayan ji said salt.
Salt.
Ladder, strainer,
Strainer. Kalamani said strainer.
Trainer.
Chair.
She said chair.
Chair.
Dictionary, somebody said from there.
Dictionary.
Huh?
Lakshmi Narayan ji said dictionary.
Dictionary. Then, okay, then.
Others.
Huh?
Transparent cover.
Huh?
Cover.
Transparent.
Cover.
Candle.
Auntie says mirror.
Huh?
Candle.
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 Auntie says mirror. Pennama auntie said mirror.
Footwear. Footwear.
She said mirror.
Mirror. Huh?
Banana leaf.
Banana leaf. Good. Huh? All are not sleepy. Very good.
Lakshmi Narayan ji, repeat please.
Magnifying glass.
Candle. Then candle. Mic. Oh, red mic.
Amplifier.
Padmama said rubber band.
Rubber band.
Then door. She saying door. Michelle says door.
Door. 20.
Then 20. Then
Chair.
chair over.
Chair over.
Chair over.
Trainer.
Trainer over.
Over.
Then amplifier.
Bridge.
Amplifier.
Amplifier over.
Bridge.
The scene is over. Bridge is over.
Magnifying glass.
Magnifying glass is over.
Rubber band.
Rubber band over.
Candle.
Candle over.
Broomstick.
Broomstick over.
Dictionary.
Dictionary over.
Mirror.
Mirror over.
See-through covers.
Calendar, Swamiji.
Cover over.
Calendar. Clock.
Footwear. Last one. Footwear.
Footwear somebody said.
All 23 over.
So now again we repeat. We are trying to train our mind. When Puja Mataji used to say in simple, innocent, childlike way that this is, to her, Papa means the indwelling and all-pervading, nameless, formless reality, God. So she would say, this is Papa, this is Papa, this is Papa. None of us could understand what it is. Because suddenly we only see the form of Papa. So how can it be this? But now, Mataji now gently asked us to look at each and every article that we see and what does it convey to us. Because everything has come from him. It expresses in the form of that which is good and great. Every great, everything. Every article. So this is how we try to spread, widen our sphere of wisdom or knowledge or experience. Nothing is irrelevant to us, nothing is unimportant, nothing is insignificant. Please, because everything has come from him, nothing is insignificant, nothing is unimportant, nothing is irrelevant. So we try now, whenever we open our eyes, as many times as possible, we will try to look at the innocent, insentient article and try to do that. This sets a process of deep introspection, connecting ourselves with the power. Yesterday we were telling, Papa's oft-quoted word, unless you link yourself with the divine author of your being, your life is in vain. So not only author of my being, author of everything that he has placed before me. So that is how now he is putting us on this exercise. With that background, you can suggest some more articles. So seed, incense, and then Pen. Pen, pencil.
The refill.
Yes.
Swamiji,
Ah.
mobile charger. Mobile recharge.
With it you can write a good thing or a bad thing. With the ink of the
Mobile
pen,
charger.
it needs a fuel of the ink to write.
Yeah.
Lakshmi
No,
Narayan,
pen thing. It will give us a lot of ideas. Then.
Lakshmi Narayan, what did you say?
Mobile recharge charger.
Mobile charger.
You
Plug.
can charge
Charger. Okay, very right. Mobile, any charger, no? Okay.
What about the light bulb, Swamiji?
Plug.
Light bulb.
What about that socket, Swamiji?
Eh?
I was telling about socket.
Socket. Socket.
Socket. Plug the socket.
Plug socket.
And then.
Swamiji, gold or diamonds? Gold or diamond?
Mixer grinder, auntie says.
Swamiji, doorbell.
That will teach you.
Eh?
Mixer grinder.
Doorbell.
Mixer grinder. Auntie said mixer grinder. Mixer grinder.
Button mix.
Then
Button mix. It is.
Doorbell, Swamiji.
Kala Mami says doorbell.
Doorbell. Ah, yes. Nothing is insignificant. Ah.
Socket. Socket. Carpet. She said
Doormat.
doormat or carpet.
Anything new?
Paper.
Eh?
Paper.
Key, Swamiji.
Paper, what do you mean by paper?
Sri Lakshmi says key.
Ordinary white paper?
Writing paper.
Writing paper, because paper can.
Plain paper.
Writing paper. Ah, okay.
Then Sri Lakshmi says key.
Eh?
Key.
Key. Key.
Key. Don't
Key. Ah. Oh yes, it's key. Key lock.
Two new opportunities.
Eh?
New opportunities. It leads us to new opportunities.
Which one?
Key.
Ah, that is okay. That we will work it out. You first now come out.
New ideas.
Swamiji,
Huh?
paperweight.
Paperweight. Paperweight.
Paperweight.
Now in this process you are recognizing.
The auntie says screen.
Screen. Good. Good.
Swamiji, pictures.
Pictures. Sri Lakshmi says pictures.
Which picture?
What pictures? Photographs.
Yes, memories and
Memory photographs. They show
Photographs.
Memories, experiences.
experiences.
Memories and
Swamiji,
experiences.
map.
Mat is over. Mat is over, Padmama. Map. She's saying map. M-A-P.
How many you got? We also need time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Padmama said map.
Two more you can give.
Map.
Map.
Done.
That one more you can give.
Flask.
Flask.
Signboard.
Bus.
And Lakshmi Narayan says signpost.
Signpost. Enough for us. Okay, now we will close this session. It is beautiful. Now we are trying to get out of our own, conceptual prisons. We are slowly seeing God's different types of manifestation.
Chandu has sent the corrected second chapter.
Tomorrow we are having 141st Jayanti of Parapujya Papa. Because these days give us an opportunity to intensely remember, otherwise it is like every day, Same 24 hours will be there. sunrise, sunset will be there, our individual life will be there, everything is exactly the same. But what is it that we add on to it? Something that made us to get connected with his life. So today, as a part of that exercise, Papa Swami Ramdas's first long journey as a mendicant.
I can put on the sound directly. You want me to play the sound from that? We can play that sound if you want. The audio from the file.
Not us. They can see that. No,
Yeah.
that is enough. Vittal Rao, as beloved Papa Swami Ramdas was known before embracing sannyas, was struggling in the whirlpool of worldly life until he was lifted up by the indwelling infinite power. He felt that he was called by the divine to leave his cocooned life of severe limits and fling himself into the vast open. How to get back?
Yes, yes. Yeah. No. Yeah, one second.
There's a PPT here. I don't know.
This PPT is there, sir.
Locate. We'll find out then. So that we can go
Easier
slowly.
to
We
go.
can go slowly. So we are trying to travel with Papa now, mentally. So when we mentally try to travel with Papa, so many things will touch and kindle in us. Most of us have been associating with beloved Papa's inspiring life and mission, though we would not have been able to assimilate the whole thing. But still somewhere in the what do you call that? In our conscious, subconscious level, we have something always very, very, very pleasant when we think about Papa's any episode, how he placed before us an inspiring life. What is spirituality in daily life? He did not say all of you retire to caves and forests. You relinquish all your duties. Never, never. He had the boldness to declare that there is nothing called spiritual and worldly. Everything is spiritual. That is why he said, behold divinity in every aspect of this worldly life. So the divide that separates the life, that has been demolished by him. Suddenly we feel we are one with him, because there is no barrier. Though he wore ochre robes for some time, a time came when he removed them and he was back to white clothes. So on the sannyas centenary, this was brought out and boards were displayed. So now we will again try to go through on his 141st Jayanti tomorrow, on the eve of that. We don't know how much time we have, balance we will do it tomorrow. Vittal Rao, as beloved Papa Swami Ramdas was known before embracing sannyas, was struggling in the whirlpool of worldly life until he was lifted up by the indwelling infinite power. He felt that he was called by the divine to leave his cocooned life of severe limits and fling himself into the vast open sky of limitless infinity. This was his first long journey as a mendicant, traversing from the deep south to the far north, entirely relying on the indwelling reality alone, every day, every step, every breath.
And it's not shared.
Eh?
It's not shared. It's not shared.
Oh, it's not shared. Oh, completely gone. In the process, you did something. In the process, they are out of touch with them.
Oh,
But
see,
nobody,
once I
but nobody complained.
uh,
What does it mean?
We can't hear, we can't see.
we can't hear, we can't see.
Ah,
Swamiji has come.
now the life has come. First we have to go alone. Vittal Rao, as beloved Papa Swami Ramdas was known before embracing sannyas, was struggling in the whirlpool of worldly life until he was lifted up by the indwelling infinite power. He felt that he was called by the divine to leave his cocooned life of severe limits and fling himself into the vast open sky of limitless infinity. This was his first long journey as a mendicant, traversing from the deep south to the far north, entirely relying on the indwelling reality alone, every day, every step, every breath. This was the map. Anybody knows that? Okay. Papa Swami Ramdas's endless struggles in his mundane life, resulting in utter helplessness, led his advent into the world as a mendicant. He heard the inner voice of God. It was like a plank thrown towards a man struggling for very life in the stormy waves of a raging sea. On 27th December 1922, at 5 o'clock in the morning, he left Mangalore by train by bidding farewell to a world for which he had lost all attraction and in which he could find nothing to call his own. He had lost all attraction, for which he had lost all attraction, and in which he could find nothing to call his own. The body, the mind, the soul, all were laid at the feet of God. This next one is the words of Papa. A seeker's likes and dislikes, favors and prejudices set up a thick wall on his path. He should fling himself into the infinite life. Passing through Erode and Trichy, Papa was guided to the banks of Kaveri, where he renounced all that he was holding dearly, including his name, Vittal Rao. For him, sannyas was like being lifted by the divine from the narrow pond of a worldly life and thrown out into the extensive ocean of a universal life. Sannyas is a dedication of our entire being to the Lord and His service. It is a spontaneous wave of aspiration rising from within our own heart. Throwing himself entirely at the feet of God, Papa travelled wherever he was guided to with an empty pocket, just 2 clothes and a few books, all his possession in the world. Hurdles did not hold him back. He managed to find something positive in every experience. Where others found prickly thorns, he saw fragrant roses. Optimism leads you Godward, while pessimism pushes you down into the morass of skepticism, despair, and woe. As his one and only guide and guardian led him further, he saw many wonders of art and architecture. But behind every carved stone, beneath every masterpiece, he found the signature of his master. Now we can say behind every article that we see, we find the signature there. Every towering structure showed him the splendorous glory of the Creator. Be the light unto yourself and in your own original way. These are Papa's words, red one. Be the light unto yourself and in your own original way. Manifest the magnificence and power of your enlightened life. Be highly creative. Set free the infinite power that is within you. His path was often paved with hurdles, but with no grumblings or mumblings. He went on, embracing every situation cheerfully. At unexpected corners, he found the generous providence of God. He did as exactly he was prompted to. At the same time, whenever things did not happen as expected, he took even the non-fulfillment as his will and wish. Life must flow spontaneously like a river. Whatever act you do will in this condition be utterly divine. Don't have any misgivings or doubts. Push on until the great truth within you reveals itself in all its glory through every part of your being. Surprises awaited him everywhere. Strangers became friends. Those who misjudged his attire and appearance and called him names later came to realize his worth and became admiring benefactors. In unfriendly encounters, he would never react on impulse. Eventually, they turned out to be benevolent experiences. Do not forget that you live and move in a world which is really a passing show. Do not be attached to it, nor be in any way identified with it. Take the whole world game for what it is worth. Here we remember this thing. Now it is becoming clearer and clearer to us. At the time of taking up, we were all thinking, Papa's book, Papa's narrative, Papa's experience, Papa's this, Papa's that. We have never connected with ours. So this exercise enabled us to connect our life with. That is, many points are there. So that means Papa is slowly entering into our life. And what is written in the book, more or unwritten, that will be revealed to us by him when we try to understand. Which is what exactly we have been now prompted on the Gita in-depth study. Do not forget that you live and move in a world which is really a passing show. Do not be attached to it, nor be in any way identified with it. Take the whole world claim for what it is worth. God proposes, God disposes. That is how the old saying meant for Swami Ramdas. Normally we say, man proposes, God disposes. That means we feel that man has a role to propose. In Papa's case, God proposes, God disposes. Since he always believed that God is the guide, unfulfilled outcome did not lead him to despair or disappointment. Like a feather drifting in the breeze, he wandered along without any resistance or reluctance. Human life is rich with gifts which God has poured into it, for God himself is at the source of all lives in the world. Papa's travels took him to diverse experiences, from meandering through crowded streets to meditating in a cave for a month in full solitude. He felt God's living presence in every breath. Every creature around the cave reminded him of his providence. His fellowship with nature was so close that even squirrels would come to eat from his hand without any fear. Prayer and meditation open up a channel of communication with God so that His grace may fill you, transform your life into His very image. As he wandered from place to place, he did not know what to do there or where to go next, but he knew one thing, this is very important. He knew one thing for sure, that his master has got the plan. The master plan of his journey of life. As much as he found his presence around him, he also knew that what he was seeking was within. The master has a plan for all of us, master plan. Repetition of Ram Nam simultaneously with meditation on the great ideal is perfectly right, but the remembrance must flow in the mind without a break, like the stream of oil poured from one vessel into another. What is the whole purpose of this journey? Papa once encountered this question. He had no doubt or hesitance in quest of God. It was clear to him that God is everywhere, but he wanted to experience the same way. It is not that he was not aware of God. God was not only in a cave or a building or a secluded solitary place. He is very much available everywhere as everything. That is what it was clear to him God is everywhere, but he wanted to experience the same. And he felt this wherever he went, whoever he met, to him, all signs and signals lead to one direction, to God. Turn your mind day by day towards the immortal source of your life, God. Let your actions flow like gentle streams singing the melodious song of divine service. Behold your beloved everywhere. There are more than 30 slides. We will play tomorrow. The idea is now, just like now we are taking up Bhagavad Gita study, we don't want that to be a text as such. We want that Gita to go inside, or our going to Gita inside, so that it gets linked with our life. It becomes one with our life. It's a uphill task. But we have seen the results are slowly coming out positively. Similarly, when In Quest of God is there, we always treated it as Papa's first book, interesting book, this and that. How does it, so in what way it helps me? So this journey helps us to some extent. We have to do it by ourselves, but it also gives us some direction, some in-depth hints by which we can associate ourselves with it. So tomorrow when we remember Virat Papa on the 141st Jayanti day, at least some of it or a few of it, if it comes to our mind, we are justifying that we are celebrating. Otherwise, we are not justified. Like any other day, it comes and goes. The day should touch and kindle something that He placed before us. So more of it, we will have it tomorrow. There will be flag hoisting at 9 o'clock. As usual, we will have a 6:30 session here. And 7:30 we go for flower offering. And after flower offering and breakfast, at 9 o'clock we have flag hoisting. What does it mean? It is a resolve. When the flag is on the top, when we are hoisting the flag, we are making a resolve. That is the one we know that we have to reach. So it is not merely an act of flag hoisting. We are renewing our resolve to move higher and higher and higher. And then afterwards, the program starts. As usual, bhajan will be there, Ramnam will be there. At 11:45 or 12 o'clock, we will share some thoughts about the importance of the day and Arati. And in 3:30 session, we will definitely have this whole thing, so that our mind is fully filled with inspiring life and mission He placed before us. Let us all think about it, not merely hearing it. We are asking ourselves, what is it that made me to remember Him? What is it that made me to connect myself with Him? What is the one which stands out in my memory the moment I hear the word Papa? These are the ways by which we try to renew, refine. Otherwise it should not go like any other day. Something more than our usual day. So we pray to Papa, who is seated within and who is prompting all these words, to bless us with such an experience from this moment till tomorrow at least. Hari Om. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Namaskaram, namaskaram, namaskaram. Hari Om, Hari Om. Pranam, pranam, pranam. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om.